Graffiti, how to create a workshop. In the following Moodle, How to Create a Workshop, you will find Introduction, why graffiti, what are the benefits of taking this mini Moodle and the expected results, key moments in history, tags, compare different artists, conclusion, add biography, and an application, create a theme to apply the theoretical concepts. Why graffiti? Recently, street art or graffiti has become embedded in mass culture and has received increasing attention from the art market and art institutions. The artworks of street artists entered galleries, auction houses, and museums, and some artists were offered the opportunity to create large-scale public art projects. At the same time, the large-scale photographic documentation of the street works and the circulation of online images provided the artist with a potential global audience. What are the benefits of taking this mini Moodle and the expected results? By taking this mini Moodle, you will have a better understanding of the cultural and creative sector. The investigation of street art as a relatively new field in contemporary art is based on the notion of the art world by the American sociologist Howard S. Becker as a central starting point. First, we try to characterize street art by studying and participating in the daily interaction between artists, gallery owners, collectors, critics, curators, bloggers, and street art enthusiasts that make up the social environment of the world of street art, in which the term of street art and its meaning is continually revealed. Key moments in history. In the 70s, the letter-based graffiti style exploded like a movement on New York subway trains. Graffiti subcultures developed in the mid-80s in numerous urban centers around the world. The key issues of traditional graffiti, which support this cultural form, are related to motivation, identity, crime, gallery exhibition, subculture and style, its formal composition, and its evolution into a complex art form. Practiced in cities around the world, it becomes a tool for negotiating identity and visual subversion. So the problem of graffiti with its history, both as a subculture and as a pop culture, is revealed by a difficult relationship with galleries and legality. It is often associated with hip hop. While the graffiti subcultures based on letters and text continue to thrive today, there is an increase in international street art practices. From an urban point of view, the role of painting as a public art is adjusted to social needs. Street art appears. Unlike traditional graffiti, street art predominantly uses the figurative, the readable, has a socio-political relevance, communicates artistically with both citizens. It integrates and shapes the structure of a city. The overwhelming ubiquity of this coexisting genres of art confirms that urban painting is a quintessential art movement of the 21st century. Tags. How it started. The first labels observed in modern history belong to a 12 years old writer named Daryl McRae, aka Cornbread. Despite the fact that there were others who painted before him, none of them reached the news and they remained unknown. He received this nickname because of his favorite food prepared by his grandmother. After receiving the nickname, he felt the need to add it to the walls of the neighborhood, which at that time were covered with various symbols and names of gangs. Together with two other friends, Cool Earl and Cool Klepto Kid, he began the adventure of decorating the walls of Philadelphia with tags. How has it developed in time? Around the same time that Cornbread and his friends were busy spraying elephants and trying to outdo each other, a parallel graffiti movement of the 1960s was developing in the New York City. Taki, 183, a bored teenager from Washington Heights, a Greek neighborhood north of Harlem, created his own iconic label in 1969 by combining Taki, a diminutive form of his Greek name, Demetrius, and 183, his number of the street. Taki was not the first writer to combine name and number on his label. He cites Julio 204, who clung mostly to his neighborhood as a major inspiration, but he was the first to turn labeling into a 24-hour job. Image of a wall labeled Taki 183. Conclusion. Transforming the name into graffiti tag allows the writer to be recognized in a city and, on the other hand, allows him to maintain anonymity and gain notoriety within the subculture. There is a stylistic and formal innovation, the restructuring of the traditional, the appearance of letter, and in a way, the rewriting of the alphabet, which is a primary goal of any serious writer. In the 80s and 90s, the New York style developed exponentially and spread internationally as a result of travel, graffiti laden trains, underground magazine, movies, exhibition, popular culture, hip hop, and the internet. The art of graffiti posts, commonly referred to as neo-graffiti or urban painting or just simply street art, exists as a new term in graffiti literature. It is identified with a revival of illegal, ephemeral public art production. Unlike the letter-based and already recognized graffiti style, the post-graffiti art movement boasts more diversity and includes art produced as a revolution, a rebellion against something, or a complement to the established graffiti tradition. A number of street artists began by writing graffiti and over time change their practice to generate another urban brand. Further, for creating the workshop, you need to add biography and eventually a quote, just like the one from Taki 183, who said, I like the feeling of getting my name up, and I like the idea of getting away with it. Recommendation. Define the quantity of information of your course and ask yourself if you want to continue or make an introduction for the next course within the graffiti team. Further, all you need to do is create an application. Good luck and thank you for joining this mini Moodle.